So let's talk about data driving. That's a fun part. Each input and output value in the test module has to be defined as a variable, parameter. Maybe username, password, user ID, date, etc., right? So data driving is a technique of substituting parameterizing static data values in the test module with the dynamic content. Ideally, you should not have any static value in your script whatsoever. It has to be as a data sponge. You put data in, it gets data out. And you go from test module to test module. You put data into one module, it's come out from the module and goes into the subsequent module. Make sense? Now, data driving in the ZAP-test defined by data table value and the name of the parameter. It replaces static value John Doe with the parameter username. This is how it's done in the script. Make sense? Can be used for input and output. So that username can be used for the input as well as the output. I can take this username as an output and use it as an input in the next test module, right? This is the ideal case. You want to design data driving which can be floating from one test module to another. Any questions here? Everybody understand this concept? Yes? Who doesn't? No? Good. All right. Exercise. Define an object for parameterization. What would you parameterize based on what you said?
I would parameterize the city and the destination.
Destination? Okay. City, destination.
I
What
could
else?
even parameterize the buttons, the flights, the hotels, the cars. So if I say,
This one?
yeah, if it is flights, then like we can check, and at the end we can parameterize the other places.
Okay, that's one way to put it. Why would you parameterize that? How would you do it? How dynamic is that?
I don't know, I've recently done a test in Make My Trip same way, so we went step by step. First we, instead of hard coding what we wanted, we entered everything into Excel sheet, like we need to select flights as an option, then we need to select city as Delhi and returning as Bangalore, like. So we put everything into the parameterized file, and then we wrote methods for each and every steps, and then we together we ran the whole test. So we didn't put any hard coding in the test, but we got it from the Excel or config file.
Right, absolutely.
That is how I did.
Yeah, that's based on the framework that you designed.
Yeah.
But and that makes perfect sense. But for now, we're talking about a lower scope.
Okay.
If you look at the script, and we're not talking about the global architecture, but particular steps, what would you parameterize based on the concept that any dynamic data has to be parameterized? What would carry here dynamic data on the script?
Any text input or any...
All the input fields, right? Exactly. Excellent. So this is the best practice. When you look at the script, when you start to automate, right? Anything that has typing fields or selected fields, like a drop-down list, candidate for parameterization.
Or checkbox, right?
Or checkbox in some cases, depends, right? Absolutely, yes. But any text fields, drop-down list, data fields, they all candidate for parameterization. Automatically must, right?
Entry points.
I'm sorry?
Entry points.
Entry points, right. So that's a conceptual. That's how it is.